I'm Katie Colbert. I'm a naturalist with the East Bay Regional Parks, and most of my work I do out of Sunol Regional Wilderness, which is where we are right now. Although one of the reasons I'm delighted to be able to be with you today is that my association with this article in the Bay Nature has allowed me to have my debut as a cover girl. It's a whole new career option. Sunol is really pretty large, and it has a broad variety of different kinds of plant communities, including grasslands and oak woodlands. It's really a wonderful place to visit. It's a pretty hilly terrain, and that's one of the reasons it probably has such a diversity of habitats. One of the features of that diversity are tiny little insects that nobody would really notice, except that they make or they force host plants to make their homes. And the homes we call them galls. They come in a tremendous variety of shapes and colors and sizes, each of which is specific to the particular, generally specific to the particular kind of insect that induces the gall, and also particular to the kind of tree that the gall is found on. What is this gall? It's the red cone gall. We call it the Hershey's Kiss gall. And so I have some Hershey's Kisses here for you, just to get you started up the hill. So if you're looking at a particular kind of gall, especially some of the galls that are induced by wasps on oak trees, you can generally tell what kind of an insect made it. In the spring, they're actually called oak apples sometimes. There's a number of galls that are called that, but these really do look like apples. So they're very host-specific animals, and they make very specific types of galls. It's just amazing. It's not only drawing from the immediate area around where the egg was laid, but from the rest of the tree. I mean, it's directing nutrients to its gall. I think that's amazing for something that's, that's this big and has virtually been overlooked by most of humanity. The wasps that make a lot of the galls that we see today are closely tied. They've co-evolved with oak trees, and there's tons of them in North America, so it's not just a California phenomenon. A couple of galls on this coast live oak I want to take a look at before we go on any further. And they are stem galls. When this ruptured twig galls rupture, the ruptures are longitudinal, and out pops the little larval chamber with the larva inside it and falls onto the ground. It's a different way of exiting. I think this is the tree that has these crystalline galls all the way up into the canopy. It's really exciting to share ideas about the way nature works and to help people make their own discoveries about some of the really fascinating hidden stories with which nature is simply packed, but which most of us don't know anything about because we just walk right by it or drive right by it on the freeway. It's a wonderful world out there that's busy doing their thing without any help from us. What they need from us is our support for their habitats, but they can do their thing without any interference from us whatsoever.